My next guest is a New York Times bestselling author whose book Party Girl tells the story of a celebrity journalist in Hollywood in the 90s who parties so hard she has to check into rehab. 20 years later, she's back with a new edition of the book. She's here to tell us all about it. Please welcome Anna David to our show. Hi, my party girlfriend. Okay, how did it come about that you wanted to re-release your iconic book?
Okay, so I was a different person in the 90s. I was like posing for Playboy. I was out there crazy. I am now, my boyfriend and I have an 18-month-old baby. And when I went back and looked at it, I was like, I would never want my son reading such a salacious book. Oh my God, his mother wrote it. Why don't I do a PG version?
And how was it reliving that to get the PG version for you yourself?
It was, I will tell you, I was like, this girl lived a shocking life. Because I've been sober 24 years. So it was a long time ago. It feels like I was a different person.
What was the craziest thing you took out of the book?
Well,
or do we want to say that too?
I can say it on TV, but yeah. And I toned things down. There are ways to describe things without being as explicit as I was originally.
You say, which is great though, which I believe, look how cute you are. The 90s were wild, but definitely a more innocent time. What do you mean by that?
I just think being out there in the 90s, and you were there too, there was no social media. Facebook didn't even exist. There was no paparazzi. There was no TMZ. And so celebrities, the civilians, we were all kind of out at the clubs, and nobody was doing it for brand.
Yeah.
They were just doing it because they were having fun.
They were living authentically. It wasn't for the gram or for social media. Funniest celeb in the book or encounters, the one we can discuss?
Well, I worked for People, so I interviewed everybody. You know, Kate Hudson and Jessica Alba and all of them. And I will say, so this is a novel, by the way, but it's very much based on my own experience. And so I do remember I interviewed Kate Hudson. I was at her house. She baked me a pie. I thought we were best friends.
Totally.
And then I go to this fabulous party a few weeks later, and she walks in and she goes, "There you are." And I was like, oh, we really are best friends. And then I realized Naomi Watts is standing right here, and she's actually running over to her. So alas, you know, sometimes when you are one of those journalists, sometimes you're treated like the hired help, and sometimes you're treated like an esteemed guest.
Yes,
you know, so
I know that well. Yes, which is very good. What year did you get sober? And how did it change your life?
Oh, my God. I got sober in the year 2000. So we know if you go to rehab in 2000, the 90s were wild for you. And my life is completely different. I've had sort of a slow sobriety, sort of getting my life together. But let's just say a wild night back then would have started by now.
Okay. So already we're going.
Well, yeah, lunchtime.
Duh.
You know?
Yeah.
And then obviously happy hour is like not that far after lunch.
Yes.
And then
kind of rolls into it.
Kind of like all part of the same experience. And then Brent Bolthouse, you remember those nights?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Wait, and didn't MTV do a show about, didn't they have?
He was on the Hill.
He was on the Hill.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we're old. Okay.
Yes. So I would go to like whatever Brent Bolthouse club, and then, you know, late night was really when the night got started. So, and today,
where would late night take you though? Like what was your late night hangout?
Oh, someone's house, like dark, you know, it got not appropriate for TV kind of a thing. And now today, so my boyfriend and I have an 18-month-old baby.
So happy for you.
Yes. And if it's going to be a really wild night, I might take a bath in addition to going to bed.
If you're going to stretch it and go wild.
Like, with bubbles, I mean. I know. I know.
By the way, isn't it fabulous? When I get in bed at 8:30, I'm like, oh yeah. Look, you even wear matching pajamas now. Yeah. I wasn't looking at that picture. I think they got a picture of me in the 90s. So there you are now. This is me. Let's see what they grabbed from back in the day. What picture do you have? Oh, there we go. Usher and I. That's Heidi Klum photobombing us. And I'm not sure where we were off to or what's going on, but see how my hands draped on them like we're rolling deep? I think it was just a photograph. I don't think we were going anywhere.
I mean, it's Usher. You got to put your hand there, right?
Well, congrats on everything. I love the new PG version. I love the full life that you've led. Well done.
Thank you.
Check out the PG version of Anna David's book, Party Girl, available now. We'll be right back.